Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning once again on Instagram. Good morning to everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. It's a beautiful day and another edition of Knocks to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi. It's such a joy to come your way today. I'm so excited coming to you from this studio. Thank God for another wonderful week. And thank you to everyone joining me live. I appreciate you. I do not take it for granted. And for those that will be joining later, those that will watch later, thank you so much. Yes, please like the video, share it, let everybody know that there is something called Knocks to Nugget. And of course, I want your feedback. So thank you so much. I don't take it for granted that you stop by to join me and you are watching this live or after now. I appreciate you. God bless you. So last week, I started by talking about becoming your best self. And the best you can be is your best self. Don't try to be like any other person because you're unique and you don't want to lose that uniqueness. So last week, I stood on asking, who are you? And that's a huge question for a lot of people. Who are you? If you had to describe yourself in a sentence, what would that sentence be? Let's make it worse. Want to say it in a phrase, what will it be? Okay, now let's make it worse again. If you're going to say it in a word, what word will describe you? If you know who you are, then you know what your best self is going to look like. I know one exercise I went through with PF not too long ago is, now for those of us who are Christians, it used John 3:16. And even if you're not a Christian, that's a very popular verse everybody knows. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. So if you're going to put that your name in that sentence, what would it be? We say, for God so loved the world that he gave Oluwayomi to add value to the world through people development, that as many as come in contact with her will become a better version of themselves and make positive impact in their world. That's me. What is yours? Like I said, life is a journey. So that's me today. That doesn't mean that will be what I'll be talking about me in another year or two, because it's progressive. It's progressive. Every day we get to know more about ourselves, about our purpose. We get more enlightened. We narrow down, we zero in, and we just keep getting better. The easiest thing to do is to get better. And it's just because you can take baby steps consistently and you are becoming better. Remember, I will bring this back to you again. I am in competition with no one. I run my own race. I have no desire to play the game of being better than anyone in any way, shape, or form. I just aim to improve to be better than I was before. That's me, and I'm free. Is that you? Until that becomes you, you are not free. So you're not in competition. We're all unique. You're uniquely you. You're uniquely different. So be you, do you unapologetically. So today we're going to move quickly to talk about, okay, now that you know who you are. Somebody said talent is not enough. We need to upgrade your capacity. So yes, you know you. You can define you. My next question to you is, what tools do you have to actualize that you? What comes to you naturally? I know that took me to something that Mike Murdoch said. He said the problem that infuriates you the most is the problem that you have been assigned to solve. The truth is this: we are all problem solvers. And for you to become more, you just must be solving more problems, must be solving more relevant problems. Now, if you're a repairer of typewriter and you are still repairing typewriters today, trust me, you are out of circulation, because nobody's using typewriters anymore. So if all you know to do is to repair typewriters, you've just shipped yourself out of everybody's view, because nobody needs you, nobody wants you, nobody wants to repair a typewriter except for the museum. And how many are in the museums? So don't stay there. When typewriters were in vogue and you were the repairer of typewriters, oh, you could have your workshop full and your hands full and you're making so much money. But if you stayed there and did not upskill, man, you're out of fashion, you're out of earning, you're out of living, and that should not be you. So what is your natural talent? What comes to you naturally? What is that thing that you can do? Is it that you just love to cook? Is it that you love to sew, or you just love to arrange things? What is that thing that comes to you naturally? That's a pointer to what you are also called to do. So yes, the problem that infuriates you the most is the problem that God has called you to solve. The things that come to you naturally and you just enjoy doing for fun is also an indication of the purpose why you are here. There's something you're doing that nobody else can do with so much ease and grace, and that's you. So you could say, oh, I can do so many things. I can do one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You know what I mean? I'm just multi-skilled, I'm multi-talented, beautiful. Can you then list them out in the order of ease, in the order of preference? Which one comes to you most naturally? Which one can you just do without even getting paid for? Just list them. It could be 10, 20 things you know to do. Can you list them out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. No matter the number, just list them out. Haven't listed them out, what then do you need to do? Begin to develop those things. Turn your talents into skill that people will pay for, people will look for, people will long for. That when they have that need, your name just naturally comes to them. When they need somebody to do this, before they call three people, your name has shown up. That is what you need to do. So develop it. Question: what training do you need to do? What training do you need to attend? What do you need to do to hone that skill, to make it better, to make it more relevant, to make people desire it, to make it right on the front burner? What is that skill? What's that thing you need to do? Develop yourself. I know, interesting thing. The world is such a small place. So you can say, oh, I'm here in my little village and I'm the best. Mm-mm. People from thousands and indeed millions of miles away can use that skill. If you upskill, your skill can become of global relevance. And that's the truth. Thank God for technology. So don't become the best in your little circle, be the best globally. Be the person everybody wants to be. Be the go to person. So develop it. Go online, search for trainings, attend. If you need to pay, pay for those training, pay to improve, pay to be better. Now, having taken time to develop the skill, what else do you want to do? Remember, we're talking about becoming your best self, upgrading your capacity. What else do you want to do? Find a mentor. There's somebody in that space that's been doing it and doing it well. There's somebody in that space that is one step above you, one notch above you. Find that person. Until you are the global best, you cannot rest. So as long as there's still one person that is doing it better, there's still one person that is doing it in a more acceptable way. There's still one person that people are looking for before they call your name. When they're listing the world's best pianist, there's still one or two names before your own. You are not yet there. So find that person and connect with the person. The beautiful thing about the world today is that it's such a global village. You don't even have to know your mentor physically, one on one. People can mentor you in various ways. Read their books if they have books. Listen to them if they are on webinars. Listen to them if they have things on YouTube. Follow them on all their social media handles. Get to know them, get to know them, get to know them. I recall I was talking to somebody and he said, who do you think is in that space that you would love to be like? And I called a name and she said, wow, that's fantastic. How do you want to meet the person? And I said, well, I've attended training. I've listened to the person on YouTube. I've listened to the person, some of the person's podcasts. And she said something that caught my attention. She said, can you find a paid training that that person is giving out and enroll? So, Yomi, if you enroll on that training, number one, you will learn firsthand. Number two, you will have had a direct connection with the person. I never thought about that. And so I'm selling that to you today. If there's that person that is still number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, before they call your name, find them, connect with them. If they have a training, attend. If you must pay, pay. Everything is not free. Everything isn't. Even for those of us who are saved, salvation is free, but you got to work. Somebody worked for it, somebody paid for it, and service is not free. So, having been saved for free, you serve with your life. And that's the way it is. Everything is not free. So find somebody in that space, connect with them, get to attend their trainings, get to follow them on all their social handles, find a mentor, find somebody. There's somebody in that space that is still better than you. And number three, practice what you are learning, not what you learned, what you are learning. Be a doer, make it an active learning. I remember when somebody said to me, I mean, you need to start having a live show. I said, me, live? No, I'm not there. If you know me a little, you know that I want to shy away from the public space. I love to work from the back end and I just love it. So I said to him, no, it's not going to happen. I can't do it. All the I can't. I gave him all the excuses in the world and said, you know what? We are going to start. He said, whatever you want to do, fail forward. Make your mistakes. Don't worry, just do it anyhow. You don't know how to get this done, just start. Yes, I remember my very first background. When I watched the Facebook live, I started laughing. I could see my background. I'm like, wow, whoever puts me on air with this background, but see my background today. I'm sure you're loving my background because I am. And that's the way life is. If I never started, I probably would never have had this. And that's the truth. So no matter where you are today, start. Start afraid. Start uncomfortable. Start fidgety. Anyhow, just start. When you start, you will discover that it's easier than you thought. So start. Number four, find an accountability partner. Find somebody who you can talk with, who you can give account to, who you can tell how far you have gone, who you can tell the things you are doing next. I have an accountability partner, and that guy is not so nice to me. I wish I could tell you his name so you can help me beg him. He's not so nice to me. He said, oh, you were on air yesterday. I saw you, but you were not looking at the camera. You were looking away. Who are you looking at? And I'm like, boy, I was. Said, no, you were not. Oh, you were distracted. So anytime I'm online, I know. He never signs in. He never passes a comment. So I don't even know he's online. But then he's there. But every time I get his feedbacks, I get better. I get better. I get better. Find an accountability partner. Don't just stay in your comfort zone where you think you have arrived and you are the best. There's somebody better than you. Even if you are the best today, if you stay there in a matter of hours, somebody will overtake you. And that's the truth about life. Overtaking is allowed, overtaking is always a part of life. So even if you are the world's best today, if you don't do anything to keep moving, in a matter of hours, I didn't say days, weeks, months, or years, I said hours, somebody will catch up with you and the person will walk past you. And that's the truth. So you have got to learn to keep going. And the easiest way to keep going is to find for yourself an accountability partner. What else do you need to do? Set goals, set personal development goals. So you are here today. Where do you want to be tomorrow? Where do you want to be next week? Where do you want to be at the end of the year? And 2022 is round the corner. Where do you want to be in 2022? Set the goals. Don't get into 2022 to start planning the year. The time to plan the year is now. And guess what? pretty soon in the month of December, a friend of mine is coming on to talk about your 2022. So stay glued. I won't tell you who the person is yet. I'm holding that to my chest. It's my secret, but stay glued, stay tuned, and you will find out who the person is. And I know it will add value to you. So we're going to be talking about 2022 in December, just a few weeks from now. So start, keep doing it. Set your goals, write them down. Don't set them in your head, write them down. And what do you need to do? Quarterly review it, look at it again and again and again and again. Monthly, look at it. Quarterly, look at it. Half yearly, look at it. So at the end of the year, no surprises. You will have worked your way to that point of perfection. Your year can be better than it's been so far if you're just a little more intentional. So, sincerely, you can be your best self. Don't try to be like anyone. I would remind you again, you are not in competition with anyone. You are running your own race. Do not desire to play the game of being better than anyone. It's not worth playing. Don't try to be better in shape, in form, in any way. Just aim to improve. Aim to be better than you were before. That is my definition of freedom. When you can do that, then you are truly free. So, what do you need to do? Remember, number one, develop your talent and turn it into a skill. Number two, find a mentor, ride on their shoulders. You don't need to make the mistakes your fathers and grandfathers made so that you can climb on. Get on their shoulder so the race can be easier. You can run faster. You can achieve more with little time. What else do you need to do? Practice what you learn. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't get into perfection paralysis. It will not help you. Practice what you learn and then find an accountability partner. Let somebody walk with you on the journey. The road does not have to be lonely. I know, and I've said it severally, that it could be very lonely on the top, but it does not have to be. Get somebody to walk with you on the top. What else do you need to do? Set personal development goals. If you don't chart a course, you may end up going nowhere. So chart a course, set a goal. Have something in view, have something in focus. Let there be something you are working towards, and then review quarterly, review monthly, review, and just make sure that you keep moving. Make sure that you're not sitting down and watching time go. Two things can happen to time, or three really. You can spend time, you can invest time, and you can waste time. Maybe I'll share again. You can waste time, you can spend time, and you can invest time. Three things that you can do with time. Never put off till tomorrow what may well be done today. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow just as well. Did you catch that? Thank you so much, Gilbert. Never put off till tomorrow what can be done day after tomorrow just as well. Just get it done. Bite the bullet. Get moving. Get going. The sky is not even your limit. Keep going. The world is waiting for you. We are all waiting for the flavor that you are bringing on the stage. Nobody can do it better than you. And until I come your way next week, Monday, in another edition of Knocks to Nuggets, never forget it. You are the best that you can be. Just be you, do you unapologetically. If you can think it, you can do it, you can be it. Nothing can stop you. The only person that can stop you is that person in the mirror. And guess who it is? It's you. So go into this week with a knowing that you are the best that God made, and He wants you to be your best self. And never forget it. Together, we win. Have a wonderful week. I love you. See you next week, Monday. Bye for now.